Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Valenta, and I'm currently completing my practicum at the CP Center in Green Bay. The CP Center has a lot of children with disabilities, as it first started out as a center just for children with cerebral palsy, but now it doesn't stand for cerebral palsy anymore. They say that it can stand for anything that the family needs. So I decided to do my practicum there because I knew there would be plenty of children with disabilities to choose from for my focus child. And I got placed in the 2-year-old room at the CP Center, where there is a child where they don't know what he is. He's been getting tests done and stuff to try and figure out what he has that is his disability. But there is a suspected disability that I'll be talking about in this video. So I met my focus child that I'm going to call W a couple weeks ago when I went there to do my first visit to just meet the children and meet my cooperating teacher. And when I met him, he's very sweet, but he does not walk. He can walk if you help him, like if you assist him, but otherwise he crawls everywhere. And he also has glasses, and he has issues grasping things, so like fine motor skills. And he also does not talk. He'll make sounds with his mouth, and he'll smile and stuff, so you know what he's feeling, but he does not talk. The co-teacher did tell me that the one word he says is mama, but I have not heard it since I've been there. So the disability that we think he has is called Cohen syndrome, and that is the technical name for it, but some people might refer to it as Pepper syndrome, and it's a very rare disease. So yeah, possible reasons for this disability would be that it's caused by alterations in a gene which is located in the chromosome 8. So it's also a recessive genetic disorder, which means that the mother and the father must both be carriers of the gene, the altered gene, for their child to have it. And there's a 25% chance every pregnancy if both the parents are carriers of the gene for the child to get this disability. The impact on development and learning: they have diminished muscle tone, which is called hypotonia. So that's where the fine motor skills are very limited. They have abnormalities of the head, face, hands, and then feet and eye abnormalities. So you can also really tell just physically by kind of looking at them that they have disformities. Their legs and arms are a lot smaller than their torso. They also are non-progressive intellectual disabilities, so they develop cognitively slower than a lot of the rest of them. They learn slower than normal, but they can still grasp new concepts. So when my co-teacher is teaching something new, he can still grasp it. It just takes him a little bit longer, and she has to work with him a little more. And then some options for treatment to help children with this disability is they can do speech therapy so that they can eventually talk. Physical therapy for motor delay, hypotonia, and motor clumsiness, so really working to get them to that normal level of development with their motor skills. And then identifying the disability, some signs that could identify it, but these are different and vary for each individual, and there's not much research on it because it is such a rare disease. Low birth weight and diminished muscle tone, failure to grow or gain weight, so when they're growing from when they're born, if they're not gaining weight as fast as they should or growing, that may be a sign. Delays in reaching developmental milestones, speech delays, so if they're not talking after how many years, that may be a sign. And then vision problems also come with this syndrome, and a lot of children who have this wear glasses because they're either nearsighted or there's something else wrong with their eyes. And then strategies for the classroom: toys for gross or large motor skills, because they don't have the fine motor skills to really grasp onto things, so toys that they can use and still have fun with without having to really grasp hard. Help with assisted walking. So when I'm with my focused child, I will have him hold my hands and kind of walk with him so that he's not always crawling. And then teach other children to be careful around him, which I know they do at the CB Center where I'm doing my practicum, like when we're out on the playground and he'll climb up onto the playground, and so we just tell the children to kind of watch out for W and be careful because he can only crawl. And then plan activities to help develop those fine motor skills. And then teach sign language, which they do at the CP Center that I work at. Not that I work at, that I do my practicum at. They do use sign language, which I think really helps him. So yeah, this was my video about Cohen syndrome and my focused child W.